Have you ever noticed how his energy starts to shift when you stop giving too much and start standing still in your worth? Not loud, not dramatic, just still, calm, confident, certain. It's like something changes in the air. Suddenly he starts paying more attention. He starts checking your stories, watching your every move, wondering what you're thinking, who you're talking to, why your silence suddenly feels louder than your words ever did. That's not coincidence. That's the beginning of obsession, and not the kind that's forced, but the kind that's triggered by power he never expected. There is a saying, the mind becomes a prisoner of whatever it can't fully understand. And right now he's confused. Why aren't you chasing him like before? Why aren't you explaining yourself anymore? Why aren't you begging for his love, fighting for a place in his life, waiting on his validation like you used to? You've changed the game. And the moment he starts to feel the shift, that's when the hooks go deeper, not into his body, but into his mind. Because obsession doesn't begin with your body. It begins with your energy. It's how you make him feel. It's how you show up without needing to prove anything. It's in the way you look at him like he's not the prize, because you already know who the real prize is. And the most dangerous thing you ever did was learn how to love him without losing yourself. Think of it like a rare scent, the kind of fragrance that lingers long after you've left the room. Not heavy, not overbearing, but unforgettable. He can't explain why you're always on his mind, why her attention doesn't feel like yours did, why her touch doesn't calm him the way yours used to. It's because you didn't just offer love. You offered an experience, a depth, a mystery. And now that it's gone, he can't stop craving it. Beautiful woman, you thought you had to chase. You thought being chosen meant giving more, pleasing more, proving more. But the moment you stepped back, the moment you remembered who you were before the heartbreak, before the doubt, before the begging, that's the moment you became unforgettable. That's the moment you became magnetic. And now, let me speak to the woman behind the pain, the one who stayed loyal through confusion, the one who watered dead plants hoping they'd grow. My dear, you're not just another woman, you are a queen. And queens don't chase attention, they attract obsession. Not by pretending, not by performing, but by simply being everything he didn't know he needed, and everything he knows now he may never find again. Queens, if this message stirred something in you, if it reminded you of the power you hold, the energy you carry, and the love you deserve, then show some love back. Like this video and subscribe to the channel, because we are working hard, day and night, to bring you the kind of content that speaks to your soul, heals your heart, and reminds you exactly who you are. You are not forgotten, you are not replaceable. You are rising. Let's rise together. Number 1. He can't stop thinking about the woman who knows how to pull back with grace, not guilt. He didn't expect you to go quiet. He didn't expect you to pull back without the drama, the tears, the late-night messages. He thought you would beg. He thought you would fight for his attention like before, but instead you gave him something he couldn't process, graceful distance. And now, that silence is ringing louder than anything you ever said. He can't stop thinking about it. He checks his phone, expecting your name. He replays the last conversation, wondering if he missed something. But deep down, he knows exactly what happened. He lost access to a woman who finally realized she didn't need to explain her worth. When mystery meets elegance, obsession begins. That's what you became the moment you chose to pull back. Not with anger, but with power. You didn't run, you didn't react, you reclaimed. And now he's hooked on the thought of you, because obsession doesn't come from noise. It comes from the space you leave behind. It's the pull of your energy after you leave the room. It's the echo of your absence in the places he thought he ruled. Imagine a velvet curtain falling slowly over a stage, not slammed, not torn, just drawn with calm finality. That's how you exited. That's how you created the silence that now haunts him. He wanted you loud. He wanted your pain to be visible so he could measure it, control it. But you didn't give him that satisfaction. You walked away like a storm that never had to scream. And now, he's sitting in the quiet, consumed by questions he'll never have answers to. Lovely woman, you are not weak for letting go. You are not cold for choosing peace. You are not selfish for deciding not to chase a man who couldn't recognize your value. That moment you stepped back. That was the moment everything shifted. You became unforgettable, not because you demanded love, but because you no longer needed to. And now I'll say what you may have forgotten. You are not just a woman. You are a queen. And a queen doesn't beg. She doesn't explain. She pulls back with grace and watches the world wonder how they lost her so easily. So write this in the comments and claim it. My silence is my power, and he feels every second of it. Let that be your truth. If this message touched something deep inside you, if it reminded you of your quiet strength, like this video and subscribe to the channel. We're working hard to bring you the kind of life-changing lessons that help you rise into your reign. Unbothered, undeniable, unforgettable. Number 2. He becomes hooked when your love doesn't come with a begging bowl. Have you ever noticed how he starts looking at you differently the moment you stop overgiving? The moment your energy shifts from proving to simply existing? He can't quite put his finger on it, but something about you feels different now. He used to feel like he had the upper hand, like he could pull away and you'd come running. But suddenly, you're not chasing, you're not asking, you're not waiting. And that change, that calm confidence, it's messing with his head in a way he didn't see coming. That's the hook. That's the shift. Because nothing pulls him in deeper than a woman whose love doesn't come with a begging bowl. He expected you to be the kind of woman who pleads for affection. He assumed you'd keep handing him your heart without limits, keep showing up for a man who gave you half effort. But now your energy feels rare, sacred, untouchable, and that's what drives him crazy. The moment a woman stops proving herself to a man, she becomes a mystery he can't stop unraveling. That's exactly what's happening. You're no longer chasing crumbs. You've stepped away from the table. And now, he's starving for the same attention he once ignored. Think of a rose in full bloom. It doesn't move. It doesn't beg to be picked. It simply exists, beautiful, fragrant, undeniable. And yet, it draws people in. That's what you've become. A woman who knows her love is valuable. A woman who no longer pours into a man who can't hold the weight of her loyalty. The kind of woman who loves from abundance, not lack. And now, he can't stop wondering why he feels emptier without you. He thought your love was easy. Now he realizes it was rare. And every time he looks for that same warmth in another, he comes up cold. Because you weren't just giving love, you were giving presence, peace, power. And the moment you pulled that back, the obsession began. Not because you played games, but because you finally stopped playing small. Beautiful woman, you don't need to chase to be remembered. You don't need to beg to be loved. Let him feel the void. Let him realize that the woman he took for granted became the woman he'll never find again. You are not asking for a place. You are the destination. Affirm this truth in the comments, queens. My love is sacred. I don't beg, I attract. We are working hard to bring you life-changing lessons that speak to your heart and remind you, you were never meant to beg, you were meant to reign. Number 3. He's obsessed with the way you make him feel seen without ever losing sight of yourself. Why does he keep looking at you like he's trying to solve a puzzle he never expected to find so beautiful? Why is it that even after the distance, even after the silence, you still live in the corners of his mind? It's not your face alone. It's not just the way you speak. It's the way you made him feel truly seen. You saw him beneath the surface, past the ego, beyond the image he shows the world. And the moment he felt that, something shifted. That was the moment his soul recognized you. But here's the part that haunts him. While you were seeing him, you never lost sight of yourself. There's a quiet power in the woman who can hold space for him while still honoring her own. That kind of love doesn't smother, it awakens. It doesn't beg, it elevates. The strongest kind of connection isn't possession, it's reflection. And you, beautiful lady, became his mirror. You showed him what he could be without sacrificing who you are. Think of it like standing near a fire. It brings warmth, it lights the space, but it does not burn itself out to keep others warm. That was you. You radiated something real, something unforgettable, but you didn't lose yourself trying to keep him, and that is what he can't shake. That's the hook. He felt your care, your depth, your belief in him, but he never felt you fall apart. That balance, that rare emotional strength, that's what keeps you alive in his thoughts. You didn't beg him to stay. You didn't force your love. You offered it with grace, and when he walked away, you didn't chase. You rose. And now he's left wondering how he let someone like you slip through his fingers. He searches for your presence in every new voice, every new face. But nothing replaces the feeling of being seen and still being held to a higher standard. That's what makes him obsessed. Not just the love, but the fact that you are whole with or without him. And now, I want to speak to the woman reading this, the one who gave her all without losing her soul. Dear lady, you are not broken. You are the storm wrapped in softness. You didn't lose. You led. You didn't fall. You rose in silence. And now it's time to reign. Write this in the comments and claim it. I saw him, but I never lost sight of me. We are working hard to create powerful, life-changing content just for you. Lessons that help you heal, rise, and rule. Number 4. He never forgets the woman who loved him from her overflow, not her emptiness. He didn't fall for you because you begged. He didn't stay because you clung. He felt the pull because you gave from a place so full it overflowed. You didn't love him to fill a void. You loved him with a spirit that already knew her own worth. And that is the kind of love a man never forgets. He may try to recreate it. He may try to find pieces of you in someone else, but deep down, he knows what you gave can't be copied because it didn't come from desperation. It came from power. There's a truth most won't say out loud. The deepest connections are not built on needing each other, but on choosing each other while already whole. That's what you did. You didn't make him your rescue plan. You didn't wait for him to complete you. You walked in already full, already radiant, already whole, and gave him the best of you without losing yourself in the process. And now that you're gone, he's realizing the difference. Her attention may feel new, but it doesn't feel safe. Her love may be loud, but it doesn't feel deep, because what he's truly missing is the feeling of being loved by a woman who wasn't empty. Imagine a waterfall, not a trickle, not a stream, a powerful overflowing rush of life that gives freely but never runs dry. That was your love. It flowed because you had it within you, and now that it's no longer his to touch, he feels it. In the quiet, in the spaces where you used to be. He didn't just lose love, he lost an experience. The experience of being fully seen, fully accepted, and fully loved by a woman who wasn't trying to be chosen, but was choosing him anyway. But let me speak now to the woman behind the silence, the one who stayed loyal when it hurt, the one who kept pouring even when her hands were shaking. You are not broken, dear one. You are not hard to love. You are not too much. You are the overflow, and a love like yours, it can never be replaced. It can only be remembered. And now it's your turn, not to shrink, not to chase, but to rise. Because a woman who loves from her overflow does not wait to be noticed. She reigns. And when she walks away, she becomes the echo that never fades. Queens, write this in the comments and claim it. I love from my overflow, not my emptiness. Let the world know you're done giving from lack and ready to stand in your fullness. If this message touched you, if it reminded you of the beauty and power in the way you love, like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are working day and night to bring you content that heals, strengthens, and reminds you. Your love is not ordinary. It's unforgettable. Number 5. He is haunted by the mystery he couldn't solve. Have you ever noticed how he keeps circling back, not with words, but with his silence, his watching, his lingering energy, like he's still searching for something he can't quite name? That's not confusion, that's obsession, because nothing haunts a man more than a mystery he couldn't solve. And that's exactly what you became the moment you stopped explaining yourself, the moment you stopped trying to be understood, the moment you chose your peace over his approval. You became the question that keeps him up at night. You became the story he couldn't finish, and that's a psychological hook deeper than any game. He who does not understand a woman's silence will never deserve her words. That's what's eating at him now. He had full access. He had your love, your laughter, your loyalty, but he got too used to your clarity. He thought he had you figured out, and then you changed the rules. You pulled back, not to punish him, but to protect yourself. And now, he's locked in his own thoughts, haunted by everything he didn't ask, everything he didn't understand, everything he can't unfeel. Think of a locked room in a house he once called home. He walks past it every day in his mind, wondering what he missed behind that door. That room is your soul. That room is your mind. That room is the part of you he never bothered to explore, until now. And now that you're gone, he's realizing that mystery has power. Mystery creates gravity. Mystery makes him replay everything in his head, trying to piece you back together. But what he doesn't know is that you've already evolved far beyond what he's chasing. Beautiful woman, the most powerful version of you doesn't scream to be seen. She lets her absence echo. She lets her glow confuse him. She lets the unanswered questions become the story he never gets closure on. And that's what keeps pulling him back. That's what turns desire into obsession. Because a woman who refuses to shrink herself, who keeps some pieces sacred, is the kind of woman he never forgets. So now it's your turn to walk in that truth. Not with noise, not with chasing, but with quiet certainty. You are not here to be solved. You are here to be respected. You are not here to be figured out. You are here to be felt. And the moment he realizes he never really understood you, that's the moment he becomes trapped in the memory of everything he took for granted. Queens, write this in the comments and claim it. I am the mystery he'll never solve. Let that be your power. Let that be your reminder. We are working hard to create these life-changing lessons because you were never meant to be predictable. You were meant to reign. Number 6. He can't replace the emotional safety you gave because it wasn't fake. It was sacred. Have you ever wondered why he keeps circling back in his thoughts? Why his heart feels restless even when his arms are full? It's not your beauty that haunts him. It's not the sound of your laugh or the way you smiled in the morning light. It's something deeper. It's what you gave him that he can't find in her. It's the feeling of safety, real, grounding, sacred safety. The kind of safety that made him breathe easier. The kind that made him feel like he could finally stop pretending. And now, he's realizing that no matter where he runs, he can't replace it. There's a quote that says, "People don't remember exactly what you said. They remember how you made them feel." And you, beautiful woman, made him feel something he didn't even know he needed. Emotional peace. You didn't just love him. You held space for him. You listened to the things he didn't even know how to say. You saw the boy behind the bravado, the wounds behind the strength, and you never judged. You accepted. You healed. But now that he's out there chasing shiny distractions, he's realizing something painful. Her attention isn't your comfort. Her presence isn't your peace. You were the calm in his storm. You were the late-night reassurance. You were the voice that told him he was more than his mistakes. And now that your voice is gone, all the noise in his world is louder than ever. He thought love was excitement, but now he misses the safety. He misses the softness. He misses you. Think of a warm fireplace on a cold night. Not flashy, not loud, just steady, glowing, comforting. That was you. And now he's wandering in the cold, trying to recreate the warmth you gave so freely. But nothing works, because emotional safety isn't something you stumble into. It's something rare, something sacred, something that only a woman with depth, patience, and self-worth can offer. And you, dear lady, offered it with a heart that expected nothing in return. Let's be clear, he didn't just lose a woman. He lost the one place that ever truly felt like home. And now, that door is closed, locked, gone. Majestic woman, you are not forgotten. You are not replaceable. You are not ordinary. You are the standard. You are the rare piece in a world full of noise. And it's time you walk like it. It's time you know your energy is the very thing he can't stop craving. Not because you begged, but because you became untouchable. Write this in the comments and claim it. I am the peace he will never feel again. Queens, let this truth rise inside you. We're working hard to bring you life-changing truth, because your love isn't basic, and neither are you. Number 7. He'll never stop comparing because he didn't lose a woman. He lost an experience. He doesn't miss the label. He misses the feeling, the weight of your voice in the silence of his nights, the calm in your eyes when his world was falling apart, the way you reached parts of him that even he didn't know existed. See, he didn't just lose a woman, he lost an experience, and that kind of loss doesn't go away. It lingers, it burns, it replays in his mind every time her presence feels light, surface level, replaceable. Because no matter how many smiles he sees now, none of them hold what yours carried. Depth. There's a reason a man keeps coming back in his mind long after he's walked away in reality. We don't forget people. We forget how they made us feel, until we feel empty again. That's what's happening to him. He may look like he's fine, like he's moved on, like he's winning, but underneath, he's comparing. Every touch, every laugh, every conversation, he's searching, not for any woman, but for you. Imagine a song that only your soul could sing, the kind that brings peace to chaos, warmth to coldness. You were that song, the rhythm, the harmony, and now that it's gone, nothing else sounds the same. The newness around him feels loud, but it's empty. Because he's not chasing beauty, he's chasing belonging. And he didn't just lose the relationship, he lost the feeling of home. He believed you were soft because you loved him gently. But now he sees. It was strength. It was grace. It was the rare kind of woman who could build a kingdom while healing from wounds she never deserved. And now that you've gone silent, now that your energy is no longer his shelter, he's restless, he's distracted, he's caught in a storm of his own choices. That's the hook, Queen, not your body, not your beauty, but your essence. And the truth is, he'll never stop comparing. But let me remind you who you really are. You're not just a woman he lost. You are the standard he can never reach again. You are the mirror that showed him his truth. You are the peace he destroyed looking for noise. My dear, you are not broken. You are the experience he will chase in every woman and never find. You are a queen in motion, And queens do not shrink, so a weak man can feel tall. So rise, beautiful lady. Keep glowing, keep walking, and let him live with the weight of losing the one thing he will never replace. Write this in the comments and claim it. He didn't lose a woman. He lost an experience. Let the world know you're done chasing, done explaining. You're the standard now, not the seeker. And if this message awakened your fire, like this video and subscribe to the channel. We're working hard to create powerful, healing, life-changing content for women like you, because queens don't wait. Queens reign.